Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, The Real Reason Nobody Wants Black Women. Let's get right into it.
I personally feel like black women are at the bottom of the barrel. Like, nobody wants black women. Like, nobody desires black women. They basically think we're trash. And that gets to your head. And black men, like, wanting to be with white women or lighter skinned women, it makes you feel like you're just not wanted.
This girl made a post talking about her experience as an unattractive black woman, and I put unattractive in quotes because she's beautiful.
I grew up a very unattractive person.
Stop the cap.
And it was funny because everything she listed, I resonated with. I'm also beautiful. So I just thought, you know, maybe it's not that we're unattractive. Maybe it's that we grew up in an environment that does not have our target audience.
A few moments later.
Alright, well, that won't even be a thing, excuse you.
What? You can have some manners. Fuck out of.
Like I said, excuse you. What you talking about?
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
You can have some manners.
You can have some. Like I said, excuse you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I see what you're saying. It's situations like this that make men change the preferences on their Hinge accounts. Traumatic experiences like this sparked the first tentative search on travelstate.gov for Blue Book Ascendants. Your Grace, Lord Destro, boldly rejects, questions the sisterhood's narrative. I challenge the oversimplified myth that Western black men no longer date black women merely due to diminished physical attraction. Come on, we all know that this conversation carries far more nuance. Perhaps it's based more on these women's choices regarding style, weight management, demeanor, attitudes, and overall life decisions. Could this issue stem more from social and cultural differences rather than purely physical appearance?
I can tell you for a fact that has nothing to do with appearance. Nothing. Nothing to do with appearance. Even though this girl in particular, she's not that attractive, right? And this girl went viral because on camera, bro, on camera, she brushed up against somebody. He said, you know, you should have had some manners. That's what his response was. And she turned around and said, what? He said, you should have some manners. She turned around and she, closed hand, punched this dude in the face. Yeah. So, you know, this has nothing to do with looks. I find black women to be very attractive. I love dark skin. In fact, I like dark skin on any woman. Black, Dominican, Southeast Asian. I like dark skin on all women. Brazilian, I love. You give me a choice between a dark skinned woman and a light skinned woman, I'm popping out with a dark skinned woman. The darker the better is, you know what I'm saying? The darker the berry, the sweeter the fruit. I'm on that type of time. So I don't want to hear, oh, it's because we don't look. No. We don't like most black women in America because they came from black redneck culture. This ghetto culture that we know in America, the hood culture, we call it hood culture. Let's call it what it really is. Black redneck culture. It's the same culture that white people want nothing to do with. They don't want nothing to do with the white redneck culture or just redneck culture. And that's where black people got a lot of their values from, their attitudes towards violence. You know what I'm saying? Their drinking habits, their gambling habits. It didn't come from Africa. Y'all blame a lot of things on slavery. If y'all want to really talk about it, a lot of the way black people behave in America is based off of redneck culture. And we're carrying it, and we made it look cool. I won't lie, because we took the swag of the inherent black swag that we had, and we made redneck culture look cool, but it's still redneck culture. It's degenerate culture. And so when you have black women like this that think it's okay to punch a man because he said something you didn't like, just understand she's a baby of black redneck culture. And I would never take any woman seriously that came from that culture. Hell no, it's not worth it. I don't want to hear it's because of your race. I don't want to hear it's because of the way you look. None of that stuff. I don't want to hear it's the algorithm preventing you. It ain't none of that. It's the redneck culture, the degenerate culture that a lot of black people came from. Have horrible attitudes. They're single mothers. They don't know how to talk to nobody. And they're violent. And let's talk about, I'm going to say this a little bit really quickly. A lot of women that claim domestic violence in these black redneck cultures, trust me, they put hands on a man first. Trust me. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
I have a question. Why every time I ask somebody why they date outside their race, they say because black women have attitude problems. Is that true? Does every black woman have an attitude problem?
Yes, the great simp televangelists have worked tirelessly to spin the blame on black men, even while the modern woman so blatantly spins the block. The message that if you dated outside of your race or culture, then you were suffering from some sort of Stockholm syndrome. Who cares that Albanian Maria washed your ugly crusty feet, or Colombian Annabelle kept your belly full with yellow plantains and sofrito glazed chicken? For you are simply a black man. The bitter sisterhood explained that you were never made or programmed to enjoy women. No, you were made to handle women. Yes, like a wrangler or zoologist.
You need to really check on your ends before you talk about long or short hair, because a lot of girls with long hair be having no hair just because it's long is thin. So yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. Okay.
Sounds triggered.
You said you don't like girls with long hair. That's not right. You should never said that at all. As a black brother, you should have kept that as what it was. You should have just said, you're not just my type. But hair, it's a different, you can't talk about hair. If you want hair, go get what you want. If you want Becky with the long hair, go get what you want. Don't talk to black women up here about hair. That's just it. And I'm not triggered. Like I said, at the end of the day, your hair is nappy. Your hair is short. You should be happy where you came from.
You are not worthy of the leadership position or submission. Yes, your home should be a 24-hour Siegfried and Roy show, where every night you had to prove to your wife that you were the king of the ring. Thankfully, the honorable bitter sisterhood taught us that black men don't enjoy submission. They needed emasculation from their women.
Seriously recording me?
Hold on. I want to go back to this, because you see this girl here? She raises one of the most important arguments against black women. Black women, let me tell you something. Somebody that's not from black redneck culture, okay? I'm not from black redneck culture, so I can talk about it, right? I've been around black redneck culture. I've worked in environments in black redneck culture. I'm from Jersey, so of course you can't escape black redneck culture as a black person. But let me tell you something. This whole argument that nobody can tell you about your hair, yeah, save it for yourself. You can't tell people what to think and what to say. Oh, you can't talk about black women's hair. And it's not really on her. She's just a purveyor of the black redneck culture that says men can't do this, men can't do that. Well, let me tell you something. I can tell you right now that no man desires a woman like you that moving your fingers. I guarantee she is abusive. I guarantee she hits men. I guarantee. She's the same type of girl that will punch you upside your face if you say something she don't like. She thinks it's her right. What gives you the right to tell a man, oh, he can't talk about this, he can't talk about that? And a lot of black men, they go for it because in black redneck culture, it's a matriarchy. Okay? The hood is ran by women because every dangerous man in the hood, you know who he listened to? His mama. So the most dangerous person in the hood is his mama. Right? Because his mama can get him to shoot up the whole neighborhood. So the black redneck culture, the hood, the ghetto, whatever you want to call it, is run by women. Women like this that can tell men, you do this, you do that. You ain't supposed to talk about a woman's hair. Yes, the hell I can. I'm going to tell y'all something that women don't understand. You guys don't like your own hair the most. Y'all talk about black men don't like black women's hair. First of all, we have the same hair. You said that, right? We have the same hair. If we don't like our own hair, it's self-hate, then how come we don't rock weaves and shit like that? Black men overwhelmingly rock their natural hair. Short cut like mine, afro, some rock afros, some rock braids, some got locks, okay? Some got the Max B wavy hair, perm look, okay? You see nothing but black men in popular culture sporting their natural hair. So get out of my face with this whole, oh, we don't like our own hair. No, we have no problem with nappy hair. You know what we have a problem with? That fake shit on your head. Horse hair on your head, that's what I got a problem with. Yeah, that's what I got a problem with. Talking about, I'm not supposed to say nothing about short hair. Get the hell out of here with this. And this issue's not with her in particular. It's with the culture, man. Fuck the culture, yo. Black redneck culture is trash. In fact, all redneck culture is trash. White people disown redneck culture. That West Virginia redneck culture, ain't nobody getting behind that shit. So why the hell in our culture we gonna prop it up and exalt it and glamorize and glorify redneck culture? The hell out of here. She don't know how to be submissive. That is not principle. That's not biblical. And people like her need to be checked. But guess what? We ain't gonna do it. We just not gonna date y'all. That's why nobody wants black women, for this exact reason that I'm describing. Nobody gonna date y'all. That's simple.
Thankfully, the Honorable Bit of Sisterhood taught us that black men don't enjoy submission. They needed emasculation from their women.
You seriously recording me? Because
No,
it says no recording. You just pointed at me.
I'm not recording.
Do not play with me.
What's the name of this burger?
What do you mean, what's the name of it? Did you order it?
Yes, ma'am, and I forgot what the name was.
It's a Wednesday Whopper.
Thank you. Okay, so right now, I'm about to try the Wednesday Whopper from Burger King. 8 out of 10.
False allegations and destroying their property was the only foreplay they understood. For example,
You're going to jail tonight.
You're going to jail tonight. You're going to jail. The sisterhood continues to focus the message that makes them the victim, even as they burn off your pubic hair with the epic rise in Magic Johnson disease. These women refuse to take accountability for the fact that according to the DCP, 50 to 60% of the new Magic Johnson disease cases were attributed to... Well, you guessed it. Hey, come on, don't get mad at the messenger. I'm over here trying to save your Magic Johnson.
I went to the gynecologist yesterday, baby. She had on a Gucci belt, lashes, and box braids. I said, love a black woman from it. I said, Miss Doctor, let's get one thing straight. So I need you to run up these STI tests. Baby, test for everything. Gingivitis, scoliosis, I want it all. She said, bet. Now, have you ever considered taking PrEP? I said, PrEP, what's that? Ain't that for people who have already been diagnosed with HIV? She said, you sound real ignorant. I said, yes, Your Honor. She said, no. PrEP is to prevent HIV. And I was like, why are you telling me that? She said, because you're a black woman. And 60% of the new diagnosed AIDS cases are in black women. Say it again in case y'all ain't hear me good. 60% of the new AIDS cases, of the new AIDS diagnosis, are in black women. So I had to share this statistic with y'all because black women, this is important I didn't know. Did you?
We must recognize that the image portrayed by figures like Gorilla and Cardi B has significantly damaged the reputation of Western black women. Unfortunately, it's the genuine good and virtuous women, aka the Savannas, who sincerely desire marriage and partnership with black men who suffer the most. This stereotype follows them even when they travel abroad, impacting their dating experiences.
Black American men are not interested in black women.
See what the girls got to say about dating in Thailand. Okay, Monique, you've been here the same time as I have, 3 months. So what is your opinion on dating in Thailand?
I would say from what I've seen, black American men are not interested in black women.
Your Grace believes that many of their bad experiences dating may not be based on the curliness of their hair or the shade of their skin. These are just more copium pills to aid them in not taking accountability. Anything to stop them from bringing back shame on 304s and focus on finally destroying the angry black woman stereotype. I will always tell you to not intervene and shop where the meat is most tender and where your presence is appreciated.
I just want a trick to come in here and give me $1,000 because I'm pretty. That's all I fucking want. That's all I want. Just come in here, order me a double shot of Don Julio Reposado with a side of lime juice on the side, and then ask for 10 dances in the back. $1,000, but don't never get them to sniff me the whole time.
If your date takes you to a cheap restaurant on the first date, is that a red flag?
Not for me.
Oh God, you're on the wrong side of history.
Once again, I've probably said too much. But wait a minute.
You didn't say too much, yo. I know for a fact Destro is black. I know he's black, bro. Destro, I know you black, bro. I know you a brother, bro. Okay? But look. Black women, I want you to understand this. Your skin color, we find it to be beautiful. Your natural hair, we find it to be beautiful. We prefer it. What we don't like is the bad attitude, the wigs, the weave, and the Magic Johnson disease. We don't want none of that. Bad attitudes, wigs and weaves, and Magic Johnson disease. Okay? 60% of the new cases of HIV is in the black community and black women. That's how horrible the culture is. And y'all want us to defend this and support y'all and reward y'all. I told y'all, if y'all watched my prior video, I had a woman in the DMV look at me crazy because I didn't hold the door open for her. I'm not your maid. I'm not your assistant. And she went on to, you know what I'm saying, give me attitude and talk. I'm like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Not like, I'm standing by the door. I'm on the line. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? And she's entitled to it. She's not like, hey, can you please open the door for me? Oh, no, I shouldn't have to ask. Oh, I'm going to call your mother and curse you out. Ain't nobody, none of this is attractive. Black women, the attitude's not attractive. The hairstyle's not attractive. The violence is not attractive. None of it's attractive. But you want us to defend you because you're black. Hell to the no. No, no, no. If I'm going to date a black girl as a girl who grew up outside of the black redneck culture, hell no. I ain't dating no girl from the black redneck culture. Have I? Yes. Have I? Yes. But those are the same women that put hands on me. Women have hit me before, and they're lucky they got their teeth, because they don't got no hands. So they're lucky that I spared them. A lot of them got spared, and women don't understand that. We try our best to deal with this nonsense, to not cause any more issues, because we know we could go up. That's why me, as a licensed firearm owner, I can't have no chaos around me, okay? I got pistols in the crib. I can't have no nonsense like that around me, yo. Somebody's gonna get hurt, and you can't play with this. Girls be playing with 911, calling 911 like it's nothing. Putting hands on people, keying cars. You know what I'm saying? It's the culture. The culture has told black women one-way aggression against men is allowed. Men are not allowed to aggress against you, but you could aggress against them. They do something you don't like, key their car, mush their head, curse them out, take their clothes, put bleach on their clothes. How many men know a woman that bleached his homie's clothes, or even bleached his clothes? Where did they get it from? The movies, the black exploitation films. Where did they get it from? Hollywood, popular culture. Black women are the purveyors of culture. So what they're putting forth in the minds of the young women and the young men, you could give him attitude, assault him. He can't do nothing. Because he needs to stand on principle, but you don't have to. He needs to be a man and open up doors, but you don't have to. He needs to provide, but you don't have to. Men need to give, and women need to take. And that's why the black community is cooked. That's why. Not because you got dark skin. Y'all think we hate our skin color so bad. Let me tell you something. It ain't got nothing to do with the skin color. So many women love dark-skinned Dominican women. So many men love dark-skinned South Asian women. So many men love Brazilian women. But you know what else they love about them? Their culture. They didn't grow up in this redneck culture. So the next time you try to blame your skin color or your nappy head as why men don't want you, you're running from the truth. Stop running from the truth. We don't like weaves. We don't like wigs. You can interview men across the world. In fact, I might have to do that. I might have to make a video of me going around interviewing 100 black men to see what percentage of 100 black men I could meet on the street like that loves wigs and weaves, that would refuse to marry a woman because she has natural hair and she doesn't have a wig or doesn't have a weave. I've never heard it before, and I doubt I'm going to hear it. But since black women don't believe her, they just think, oh, some men. We might have to make a video on it. So, you know what? I could do that. You know what? I could do that. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that, baby. Okay? Another thing, we want women that are fit, feminine, and friendly. A lot of the black redneck culture ain't with none of that. Y'all be drinking, y'all be out of shape, and y'all damn sure ain't friendly. So when we go date a white woman because she got those qualities, generally, not all of them, not all, there's exceptions, and we got to avoid them. We got to avoid the rednecks, okay? We got to avoid the trash in any culture. You got them in every culture, okay? But it's easy to find a girl who's from the suburbs, who grew up respecting men, loves her father, and understands her place. Understand that she's seen her mom submitting to her dad. Yeah. Y'all ain't never, in the black redneck communities, we've never seen a woman submit to a man. We've never seen it. You know what we've seen? We've seen men submit to women. That's what we've seen. That's what we've seen. And that's why black women propagate more of this nonsense, more of this degenerate culture, because that's all they've seen. That's all they know. Okay? And it's as bad as it gets. There's nothing worse. And right now in America, it's sad to say, but there's nothing worse than a black woman. It's sad to say. And I'm going to say why it's like that. Let me tell you why it's like that. Because of the wigs, the weaves, the Magic Johnson disease, and these badass attitudes. That's why. It's sad. And it's not because of their looks. Don't say it's because of your looks. It has nothing to do with your looks. I'm a dark-skinned brother. I like my dark skin. I think it looks nice. I like the fact that it protects me from the sun. I like the fact that it doesn't wrinkle. I love the fact that it doesn't show age. You know what I'm saying? We think long term. We're not myopic. A lot of women are myopic. Y'all think short term. Okay? And stop with all the redneck biker tattoos too. It looks goofy. If you get a butterfly, if you get a rose, if you get a star, you just copying and following everybody else. If you get a sleeve, you just copying and following everybody else. If you get a tattoo on your chest, you just copy and following everybody else. I don't want a follower. I want a student. I want a woman that could learn. I want a woman that could grow. Because chances are whatever environment you're from told you the wrong thing and you've never challenged it. You just accepted it as the truth. You're just a product of your environment. I want a woman that's going to be a product of her household, a product of her man. That she's a reflection of her man, not a reflection of the dangerous ghetto neighborhood she came from. All right. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel's blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.